Oh, hey, is this thing on? I think this thing on. What's up, everybody? This is Ming Chen. Welcome to the Shared Universe podcast studio. I have an honored guest here, Chuck Staten, right?
Yes, Staten. That's right. You said my name right.
Chuck Staten.
It's a rarity.
Yeah. I guess more commonly known as the Tell 'em Steve Dave video guy.
Yes. I worked with Tell 'em Steve Dave for many years now. 5 years.
Has it been 5 years?
It's crazy because I'm thinking, it's going to come up to the point where I've been around for like half the life of the pod.
Yeah.
Because they started in 2010.
Yeah.
So
holy crap.
pretty soon, right?
And you've done some great stuff. I don't think you get enough credit because I know you do a lot of the post-production stuff.
Yeah.
Do a lot of motion graphics.
Yeah.
A lot of like rotoscoping and green screen.
Yeah.
And it's pretty fantastic.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah. I mean, if the Patreon, people are like, oh man, I want to do a Patreon. I was like, listen, it's work.
Yeah.
You have to put out exclusive content.
Yeah.
It has to be good or people will subscribe, grab all the stuff, and then drop out.
Yeah.
So,
well, especially with someone like Flanagan at the top of the chain who demands seriously like very high quality stuff and has really, really high expectations. So it's great. No, I love it. It's a privilege to be part of it.
Yeah. Flanagan's that guy who's like, well, you could do it like this, right? And I was like, well, I mean, I'm not ILM, but I can.
Yeah.
I guess I can get as close as I can within my own means and budget and like computing power.
Yeah, right,
and
right.
talent and like you don't have a team per se.
Yeah, I know.
But I think you've knocked it out of the park. So.
Thank you, dude. We're all one big team.
Yeah.
Highlights of the Patreon include. Your R2D2 stuff and all that. We've done a ton of stuff over the years now. It's crazy.
The last Picnic Olympics where like I sat at this table and like you like blended this table into a whole news desk and it was cool. It was pretty awesome.
It's great stuff.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people don't know you're a content creator as well.
Yeah,
I have a podcast.
Yep, I have a podcast called the Chuck and Brad Podcast. Well, actually, we did a series called the Tessie Town History mini series with you. We did 2 one-on-ones with you. That worked out really well. So there's actually a lot of crossover listeners now with Tell 'em Steve Dave and the Chuck and Brad podcast and stuff like that.
Grab that audience, man. That's what I do. I'm like,
yeah, right, yeah, and they're great. And I love everybody that's part of it. So it's awesome.
Yeah. And so you got a live show coming up this weekend.
Yeah, so
let's throw up the poster here.
Hell yeah, there you go.
Chuck and Brad's best Christmas show ever. That's a pretty bold statement. You got a lot to live up to.
Yes.
Christmas comedy spectacular.
Oh, yeah.
And 2 nights. One night this Saturday at the SModCastle.
It's Saturday, December 18th.
Oh, next week. Okay,
yes.
Sorry, next Saturday.
That's right.
I don't even know what day it is today.
No, I hear you.
So follow what the poster says.
Yeah.
Next Saturday, December 18th at the SModCastle. Then you pack up everything.
Yes.
You head north.
Yep.
And you go to the Comedy Connection
in Rhode Island.
Yes, Providence, Rhode Island.
Yes,
that's awesome.
Oh, dude, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, we do. So I have this podcast, the Chuck and Brad podcast, and we do live shows, but they're not live podcasts. They're more like just like live like sketch comedy, 2-man comedy. There's a lot of improv elements to it, but we do these shows they're pretty much scripted with stand-up comedians and stuff like that. And we've been doing them for a couple of years at the Comedy Connection.
That's cool, man.
It's great, and we've done them around we did a little bit around New York and around Boston and Connecticut, but.
All right, so you've done this before.
So we've done a bunch of these shows.
Throw this together. Hey, let's do a live, best Christmas show. We'll call it the best Christmas show ever. We'll throw it out there.
Yeah.
And, if it works, great.
No.
If it doesn't, we got your money, so you guys are screwed.
No. We've been doing it for years. This is the 3rd best Christmas show ever, and we've done it for a couple of years. But now the SModCastle is open in Leonardo, New Jersey, in the building with the Quick Stop. From Clerks, and for the first time, we're going to be performing at SModCastle. And I got an exclusive for you. You ready for this?
Okay, because I saw on the poster it said, performers TBA.
Yes,
so you're lining people up.
So at SModCastle,
okay,
we have 2 stand-up comedians, Derek Furtado and KP Burke.
Oh, you got KP, a fellow Shared Universe podcaster.
That's right.
He's hard to nail down, man. He's busy with American Loser.
Yeah.
I think he's got a day job.
Yeah, I think he does.
And he's on the comedy circuit, getting booked, almost every night in New York City.
Yep, he's coming out, and then also on the show. Get 'em Steve Dave is going to be on the Christmas show with me and Brad on stage. He's going to be a part of it. He's going to be a big part of it.
Wow, what a get. Like, no pun intended. What a get.
It's true.
Wow, I'm sure he did. Wait, did he solicit this? Hey, man, can I be on? Or did you?
No, not at all.
On?
I got to tell you, Get 'em is hard to nail down. He's really, like I texted him and I said, hey, man, we'd really like you to be part of our Christmas show. Can we jump on a phone call?
Right.
Radio silence.
Oh,
And
really?
then, okay, of course. And then
Oh, yeah,
I had to go to TSD Studios and yesterday and be like, listen, I got this
cornered
plan,
him?
and I cornered him in the back room.
I mean, this is a man who's ghosted Brian Quinn, for God's sakes. He got invited, some of you listeners out there might know, he got invited to Vegas. He passed that up.
Yep.
Got invited to a lot of things by TV's Practical Jokers, Brian Quinn.
Yeah,
Ghosted him. So to nail him down for something like this, maybe you didn't ask right. You were like, dude, if you do this, I'll give you a 30-pack of Natty Light.
That's what I was gonna say.
That's
That's
your payment.
Natty Daddies. Yeah.
And then you can have some. We'll have some cold ones on stage as well.
Right. No. But he's gonna be there December 18th at SModCastle. Get him is gonna be part of the show, and then in Rhode Island, it's gonna be Kirsten Logan, Alan Moreau, and Ray Harrington, of course, great stand-up comic who's on all of our shows. He's a good friend of ours. He's been on Conan, and he's like a legit comedian.
Yeah.
And so he lends some cred to our Chuck and Brad shows. But we've done a lot of Chuck and Brad shows. We do a lot of things where we'll headline a comedy club with like a retelling of something, a movie like Avengers or something.
Okay.
And Brad is a terrible artist, so he'll draw every scene from a movie.
Really?
And then
Like
I'll
live.
No, he draws them ahead of time, but then I write a new narration based on what they look
my
like.
God.
And so we've done those a bunch of times. Sometimes those become part of these shows. Maybe you'll
sounds
see.
cool.
It's maybe you'll see one for Rudolph if you go to the show. You never know.
Right.
It could happen.
Wait, yeah. Are you teasing like what movies are you talking about? Can you reveal?
So previously we've done headlining shows with the original Spider-Man, Jurassic Park, Back to the Future, Avengers, and we did one with Clerks with Brian O'Halloran playing Dante live on stage.
He was there?
He was there.
Holy crap,
and
that's
played,
great.
And he played Dante live on it. And we're going to do that at SModCastle at some point. But I will say at this show, we are planning to bring that bit in and take over, tackle Rudolph, the original claymation Rudolph.
Holy crap! Okay, that's a favorite around these parts.
Yeah, for sure.
With us, anyways. Anytime you mention Chris, Walt, he loves Rankin and Bass.
Rankin and Bass Rudolph. Yeah, so
loves that stuff.
That's it's kind of hidden, but whatever. I'll put it out there a little bit. That's gonna be part of the show, and it's gonna be a great time. We've been doing these shows for years. It's kind of like I said, a mix of like sketch, stand-up comedy, improv, that kind of stuff. It's almost like a comedy variety show, and it's not one of those shows that's like, oh, it's a comedy show around Christmas, so we're just going to say Christmas. This is like 100% Christmas. Everything we're bringing to the table is about Christmas.
Okay, it's not ambiguous like Die Hard. Christmas movie, not a Christmas movie.
No, not at all. Not at all. It's not just like, it's on December 18th, we'll say Christmas.
Yeah.
This is for people who love comedy and Christmas.
Right. Or It's a Wonderful Life. It's like, it's not even really a Christmas movie.
Right.
It's more of a life story, but like, this is like Santa Claus the movie. Like,
Exactly.
There's no mistaking.
Exactly.
This is a Christmas movie.
This show
Christmas
cannot
show.
be put on any time of the year besides right now.
That's cool. Okay, focus. That's good.
That's right. And it's awesome. Like I appreciate Ernie O'Donnell, the Castle Keeper, SModCastle, letting us do it at SModCastle for the first time.
Was it a hard pitch or was it?
This has been pitched since SModCastle was built like a year before it opened because of the pandemic.
Right.
And even during that time, it was like Chuck and Brad shows. I wanted to come to SModCastle.
Oh, cool.
And Ernie was cool with it. And O'Halloran was down to do the Clerks thing, which we'll eventually do. And then when this came up, I was like, Ernie, what do you say? And he's like, let's do it. So SModCastle, first show. I hope people come out because it's our first show at SModCastle, and I'm hoping to sell it out. That's what I'm hoping.
That'd be great. So if you want tickets, chuckandbradpodcast.com.
Yep.
I'm sure you'll be doing some door tickets, but don't wait.
No, don't wait. Please buy them ahead of time so we know that the show is sold out at SModCastle. I really want to sell that out. Get'em's going to be there, like I said. Who knows what he's going to do on stage.
I love that's your carrot on the stick for any Tell 'em Steve Dave fans out there. Any ants out there, I was like, whoa, we got to get him. He's coming out. But if you look at it, though, he doesn't perform live a lot.
He doesn't. This is very rare.
When they do it, and they perform very rarely. And if you've seen him live, he's a character.
Oh, he's great.
He can sing.
Get him as a... He
cracks jokes. Yeah. He can take a joke.
Get him as a dynamo. He's a very likable character. Once you get to know him.
Sure. I mean, there's a certain contingent that maybe think there's maybe too much of him, but I was like, hey man, you can't get enough of that guy.
And eventually, I want to
stories. He's got got kind of a rubbery face. So he can roll with it.
He's like a handsome Mick Foley. He doesn't. He looks just like him. He looks like his son.
Well, did you ever? They've been.
I know.
In the same room. We went to the Impractical Jokers premiere.
I know.
About almost 2 years ago.
I know.
And we were at the after party. I saw Mick Foley was there, and he was kind of sitting by himself. And I'm like, hey, let's I know, let's go say hi to him. Let's go hang out with him.
Yeah.
And I brought them over. I think I got a photo of both of them together. And yeah, I guess he did kind of look like
It looks just like they're missing the same teeth.
They are missing the same teeth. Yeah, one got knocked out. Presumably like pro wrestling,
Japanese death match.
right? Japanese death match, cage match, whatever, ladder match, whatever. The other with a pool toy.
Yeah.
By an ex-girlfriend. So
I know.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So, how long do you see the show going? Like, what's usually the length?
It's usually
90
about
minutes, 2 hours.
Yeah, it's usually about an hour and a half to an hour 45, something like that. But I was gonna say in the future, we want to get you involved in the show.
You know I'm in. Man.
Yeah,
like,
I want to do it.
I'm in. Like, I'll go to an opening of a bag of potato chips. Because
I like that.
I like potato chips, but
like to me, we could do our own like Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Dude,
Bradley Drawn, starring
I'm short round
Ming Deanna Jones.
Yeah, short.
I'd love to
Indiana
do that.
Jones. That's funny.
That'd be
Definitely,
great.
short round's like my dream.
Oh yeah,
he's like my hero.
Yeah,
he's still
of
my
course.
hero.
He's the best.
Yeah. Oh man, I wish they would do like whatever they make. We're gonna have this next movie. I wish they would bring him back.
That'd be
just to see
amazing.
what
It'd be
he's been
amazing
up
if he was brought back as like a dark, gritty character with like maybe like a big like scar
Got a big
and a
scar,
dead eye.
He's
and
gone on adventures.
maybe he's the bad guy. That would be
crazy,
incredible.
man.
That would be incredible.
That would be crazy.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be crazy. Yeah. That actor Ki Kwan's still around, man.
Yeah,
and
sure.
I always wondered what happened. Temple of Doom took place chronologically before Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Right, yeah.
So you never find out what happens to him.
Right.
Hopefully he didn't die like a horrible death caused by.
That's what they should do. They should. That'd be amazing if they brought him back as a bad guy, especially if it was like a third act reveal where there was someone pulling all the strings,
right,
and it ended up being him. That'd be amazing.
Oh, that would be cool.
If he wanted revenge for like how he was treated or how he was pushed aside or something like that.
He was just mad that he got cheated at cards, man. Like he wanted.
That could be the whole
thing.
That could be a flashback. That what made him turn dark.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That's hilarious.
Christian Cortez is watching. Chuck, do you want a Yule log burning on the TV behind you?
Yeah, hell yes.
During the, so you could do. Yeah, we got. There's a screen behind you. You got visuals.
I'll say this: Christian's going to be there running the boards.
Oh, nice.
And there's a bit that revolves around Christian really being on, and if he's not on. He's gonna
almost always on.
He's gonna be torn apart on stage. That's all I'm gonna say.
The only time I haven't seen him on was when we walked in. He was sleeping on the couch, and
he's a sleepy guy.
He works hard, so he needs he needs beauty sleep
for sure. He's like a big panda bear. I walk in and he's eating like eucalyptus and bamboo.
Is that where all those leaves are coming from?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
that's funny. I love that he says like, this is not a straight up live podcast, which. Honestly, like not little podcasting. A lot of people do live podcasts, and it's not.
It's tough. It's tough to make. This is why we don't do live podcasts. Is because we would do them, and I'd be like, man, if people are paying to see us live, I really want to bring an extra element to it.
It's tough because podcasting, like you're in a room, there's no audience, and you're having a conversation, and it's great if you're listening to a podcast.
Yeah.
If you have an audience there, you have this kind of almost obligation to entertain them and make them.
Yeah, it's different.
Be funny, and it's a podcast, so it's not a comedy.
I know
it's not a comedy show per se.
Yeah,
so
it's a completely different energy. You feel like an obligation to provide like punchlines,
right?
To like say quick things that are funny. Yeah, I mean we've done live podcasts before, and we've kind of
it's tough, man.
We've done live comedy shows and podcasts, and this is kind of to us. An in between that we figured out.
That's cool,
and it's cool because it's. I gotta say, like, if you really want to compare it to something. It's kind of like an adult version of the Muppet Show because our shows are always
Christian just perked up. He's like, "Oh,
well, our shows are always about us trying to put on a good show and failing."
Yes,
like you know what I mean. Like that's a big part of it. Which is why it's called Chuck and Brad's Best Christmas Show
Then you have
ever.
The two old dudes, Waldorf and Statler, going, "Man, what a piece of garbage!"
Yeah,
this
right.
is. Like, what the hell?
It's gonna be Christian and Ernie at the side of the stage.
Oh yeah. That's funny. Yeah, but there's a podcast usually telling a longer format story.
Yes, exactly.
And with that, it's maybe 5-10 minutes of no interaction with the audience, no feedback, no laughs.
I know.
If the punchline, if there even is one, may come at the end.
Right. Exactly. No. So this is more of like a live show, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. We actually had sponsors in Rhode Island for a couple of our shows, like Christmas shows, and they were this wing bar called Bonehead's Wing Bar, incredible wing bar.
Yeah.
And they would make us special ghost pepper gingerbread cookies and ghost pepper peanut butter balls, and we'd have the audience come. Well, the audience would come up, and we'd have like 3, and I'd be like, 2 of these are regular, and one of them
that's
is the
cool.
ghost pepper and stuff like that.
It's like 1 true 3,
Yeah.
except like you might set your mouth on fire.
And the funniest thing was every single time we did it, I'd be like, all right, there's 3 of them. Only one of them has the ghost pepper. And then everyone takes their first bite, and then I would reveal that I lied and they all have ghost pepper. Every single
that's
time.
mean, man.
Every single time we do it.
Yeah, you go into knowing that too.
Yeah.
Because what fun is it if they get the one without the ghost pepper? That's not fun.
Exactly.
That's no fun.
But yeah, the shows are really lively and really they're really comedy driven. It's not like a podcast, but it's kind of our little hybrid that we figured out. It's always really fun. The show's at the Comedy Connection, which is where we historically do it. That's our home club in Providence. They're always packed. They're always super fun. It's very lively. And so SModCastle, that's the big if this time. We got to get people out.
You're from Rhode Island. You I mean, born and raised there, or spent a lot of time there. So you guys are gods out there. Here, you just got here, so you have kind of a rep here, but you still establish it.
I know. We got to pull people. I'm gonna go take physical flyers and put them up this week. I'm gonna go.
That's good.
Around.
Yeah, Starbucks. Like Rook Coffee.
Yeah.
Like where like Carpet Bomb.
I'm reaching out for sponsorships to people. I have a call today with Bubba Coos Burritos, crossing my fingers, which would be awesome. So we'll see what happens. But
I'm a fan.
I love them.
They got good burritos.
Hell yeah. But we're going to be pushing it. And, if you're around New Jersey, if you're anywhere remotely near it, come on out to the show, December 18th.
This is a show to
be
at.
fun.
I mean, whatever you're doing, cancel those plans.
That's what I say.
The SModCastle.
Exactly.
The SModCastle, the home of SModcast.
And probably the cheapest show that will ever be at the SModCastle, because it's only going to be like $15 for a ticket.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Tickets aren't on sale yet, by the way, for SModCastle. We're waiting. As soon as they go up, I mean, all the info is at chuckandbradpodcast.com, and as soon as the ticket link is up, it'll be on there too.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
And after, can people like meet and greet you? And,
hell yeah.
Okay.
Everyone can hang out.
Okay.
I'm sure we'll go do something right afterwards too. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm sure we'll go hang out somewhere. Because you're not going to be here. You're going to be at a con, right?
I'm at a con, unfortunately. I would absolutely be there if I was in town. 1,000%.
We'll get you involved. We'll get you involved in the next one.
I'm sure this one will blow up, and you'll be. This could be like a weekly thing, maybe. Okay, maybe not. But
I'm hoping a couple
monthly,
times.
maybe monthly.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, we'll figure it out. As long as people come, if people come, we'll do it all the time. I love it.
That's awesome.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
We'll find a good nearby post party spot.
Yeah, exactly. We'll find a bar. Man. You know what I mean? It'll be good.
It's cool. So go bring your friends.
Hell yeah.
Bring friends. Make new friends. While you're there.
Yeah.
It's This is cool. What inspired this? You said that you did 3 years ago, right?
Well, basically,
did you see another show? It's like we could do this.
Well, honestly, it came from we started trying to do live podcasts, and just like you said, we were like, man, I feel like it's a little boring.
Yeah.
So we started coming up with segments, and then we were kind of like, well, what if we make, instead of this opening segment where we just talk for a little bit, what if we turn it into a bit? And what if we actually write like a thorough bit that has a conclusion? Right. And so those live podcasts eventually just kind of morphed into this format. And I mean, our Christmas shows of the past have been really crazy. Like we did it, we'll come up with a whole storyline, which will be like, this show has to be the best Christmas show ever. And if it is, Santa Claus is going to show up at the end, and he's going to tell us. Right. And we've hired like a Santa Claus to show up. Really? We hired a choir to come out. We were like,
holy crap,
if we do the best Christmas show ever, a chorus, Santa's chorus is going to come sing us off stage, and they showed up at the show and came and sang us off stage. Yeah. So it's fun. It's like it's almost like it's like it's almost like the Muppet Show by way of like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Right.
That's kind of how I'd compare the comedy.
Okay, you're the Charlie. You're Charlie.
Maybe.
You might have
Charlie. Yeah,
you might have brain damage.
Yeah, that's possible.
Right.
I'm definitely the dumb one in our live show for sure. But it's gonna be really good. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, man.
That's cool. I'm glad you figured out that formula because,
it's cool.
Live pods, it's like, ooh.
I know. It's cool too because now we're filming it a little bit more thoroughly. Over the years, we've gotten better at kind of like filming the live show and miking us with labs and stuff like that. So hopefully, we'll be able to put out like smaller like videos from the show.
Oh, teach people. It's like, this is what you're missing.
Exactly.
If you weren't there.
Exactly, and to promote the next one and stuff like that. So yeah, it's gonna be really, really fun.
All right, you got to be there.
Yeah, for sure.
You got to be there. Get in the Christmas spirit, everybody.
Chuck and Brad's best Christmas show ever.
I mean, it's in the title.
Right,
it's
exactly.
In the title. Like they wouldn't lie to you.
No, not at all. Not at all.
People from Rhode Island are very honest.
Exactly.
Yeah, and Chuck is from Rhode Island, so he's coming all the way down.
That's right.
Okay, so importing like talent.
Exactly. New England goodness
from other people. And how much audience interaction is there?
Well, we sometimes bring in the audience in terms of like, there's actually going to be a bit where we are picking maybe our favorite Christmas TV show and movie clips of all time, and we're going to need the audience's feelings about that, and that's going to really directly affect what happens on stage. And I can't give away more than that, but it's going to be really good.
So the audience in a way steers the direction of the show.
Yes, and Christian's going to have to be on his toes. That's what I'm talking about. So
okay,
we'll see.
Okay, I mean he's pretty good if he's not watching cartoons on his phone.
Oh yeah, he's good. He's good. We went through. We had 100 people we interviewed to do the tech for this, and Christian was the #1 guy.
Wow.
Yep.
I mean,
it's a complete fabrication. Never happened at all. Didn't interview anyone. Christian's the only person doing it.
Yeah, I mean, he's got intimate knowledge of the inner workings of the place. Yeah,
right.
So,
no, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I hope this blows up. And hey,
me too.
He's like, you know what, just come and do it every month.
Honestly, I'd love to do Chuck and Brad shows like often at SModCastle. Like that's our, we have our home club at the Comedy Connection in East Providence, Rhode Island. I hope we have our second home club at SModCastle in Leonardo, New Jersey.
I don't see any reason why not.
Yeah,
and you're amongst the first shows to perform there.
That's what I say.
And one of the few like non-Kevin
exactly.
There. So that's a pretty high honor.
I think so. Yeah, I think
pretty
so.
High honor, like because they can't just take anybody.
You're right. Exactly.
Can't have they fly by night.
Exactly. They there was a vetting process.
Yeah,
not really, but there could have been.
Well, I mean, you've also put in a lot of time there as well. You shot a lot of things.
Exactly,
I think you've earned your shot. There
exactly,
as well,
it's a little family. It's still very familial, the people that perform there and everything.
Right, and if all else fails, there's a bunch of CBD movies, seltzer in the back. You can just get drunk on those.
That's true. And you know what? Let me give a shout out to Kenny Rubanis because he did.
Oh yeah, here let's put up the poster again. He did the artwork.
Yeah, he did the artwork for this, and there's some variations that are coming out on this artwork too that he did that are awesome. So
variants.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. For each specific show. But Kenny Rubanis, great dude. Go find him on Instagram. He does artwork like this, and it's awesome.
Yeah, we found him through Tell Him Steve Dave.
For sure.
He did one of me with like the pointy hat.
Oh yeah.
And the slanty eyes. I'm like, that looks close. That's pretty close.
Yeah, he's great. He's
pretty close.
He's an incredible artist. I love that guy. Good stuff.
All right. Once again, next Saturday.
Yes,
December 18th.
That's right.
SModCastle. Do not miss it. Week before Christmas.
That's right.
Too late to be shopping for anybody.
Exactly.
If you're trying to buy stuff on the 18th, it's too late.
Yes.
Come to the show.
Yep. It's a stress reliever. We're all getting ready for Christmas. It's a Saturday night. It's a stress reliever. Come out to the show.
Yeah, for sure. And
then Sunday at the Comedy Connection in East Providence, Rhode Island.
Yeah. So if you're not down here, if you're up there, definitely go up there.
You get a space.
Awesome, man.
Well, thank you for having me on, man. I really appreciate this. No, that was great. That was perfect.
Okay, cool.
You did it, buddy.
Okay, so if you're watching right now,
chuckandbradpodcast.com for all info.
And get your asses over there.
And right now, if you go to chuckandbradpodcast.com, right in the homepage, you'll see the Clerks Reunion panel from Rhode Island Comic Con that was moderated by Chuck and Brad.
Yeah.
And it has O'Halloran, Jeff Anderson, Marilyn Gigliotti, everybody.
I mean, if you want to see how awesome these guys are.
Yeah. Go check it out. chuckandbradpodcast.com. It's on the homepage right now.
Awesome, man.
Hell yeah.
All right on, man.
Thanks, buddy.
Yes. Well, we'll see. You'll see you there.
You'll see you there. That's right.
Yes. And I'll see you at a future Chuck and Brad
Hell yeah.
live show.
Let's do it.
Thanks, guys.